Hi everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Well, this week we're going to focus again on the theoretical $20,000 vintage audio system. And that is a pre-CD audio system, by the way. So what this consists of is a set of speakers, a receiver or amplifier or combination thereof, reel-to-reel, turntables, and cassette decks. So it's a theoretical system of if you chose sort of the average price range for any of these and put it all together, it would equate to roughly $20,000. So of course, if you were able to buy things at value and get a good price on several things, you could certainly put together a system like this for much, much less than that. But I've been using just average pricing, and if I do that, it equates to somewhere around $20,000. So I put together a theoretical system for my own collection. It's a set of Pioneer speakers, some TZ9s. I've included a Marantz 2500 receiver, reel-to-reel. This is a Technics 1506. At the moment I've got a turntable. It's a Denon that I've had up here and I kind of left it in place. And a Nakamichi Dragon cassette deck. So in prior videos I've already covered the reel-to-reel, the turntable, and cassette deck. So if you'd like to see which examples made it into those, check out the videos from prior weeks. This week though, I'm going to focus on probably the most challenging one of all, and that is speakers. And the challenge is that there are just so many great speakers. Now as a reminder, this is not an overview of best, it's only an overview of collectability and which speakers in this case could be part of a $20,000 system. There are so many great speakers, and it's the category with probably the most manufacturers, and over a long period of time there are just so many great speakers that could be in this theoretical system. So it was very hard, I'll say, to choose just 5. The list was much longer, and as every week has shown, everyone has their favorites and wonder why didn't this go in and why didn't that. And it's a bit of just, making some tough decisions. And there could be, again, any number of speakers could have fallen into this category, but I had to make some decisions. And for some of it, I decided to sort of pick a series of speakers rather than sort of a single model from a specific year, because some of them do range over multiple years. So I took a little bit more of that sort of iconic, legendary status into my decision-making process when I chose my 5. So this week, let's jump right into it and talk about 5 of the most collectible speakers in the market today. Up first, we're looking at a speaker that's more than just a piece of audio gear. It's a cultural icon, the JBL L100 series of speakers. Originally released in the 70s, the L100 quickly became a sensation. Its bold design, often featuring those vibrant waffle pattern grills in orange, blue, or black, was instantly recognizable. It was a 3-way bookshelf speaker. Now, bookshelf by 1970s standards, of course. It had a 12-inch woofer, a 5-inch mid-range, and a 1-inch tweeter. Sonically, the L100 was known for its powerful and dynamic sound, especially excelling with rock and pop. It delivered an energetic listening experience that resonated with a generation. And who can forget the famous Blown Away Guy ad for Maxell tapes? The L100 speakers in that image became a symbol of powerful, immersive sound. Most every young person in that era had a poster hanging on their wall with that iconic scene. Fast forward to today and the legend lives on with the JBL L100 Classic. JBL has brought that iconic retro look, complete with the choice of those Quadrex foam grills, but they've updated the technology inside for today's audiophile. The L100 Classic features updated drivers for improved performance and lower distortion, a refined crossover for smoother sound, by-wire and bi-amp capabilities, and even keeps the mid and high frequency adjustments. Reviews say it's captured the spirit of the original with a more sophisticated and less fatiguing sound. Still great for rock and pop, but with more detail across other music genres. The JBL L100 holds a unique place in audio history. Its bold sound, iconic design, and that unforgettable blown away guy ad cemented its status as a cultural phenomenon. The re-released L100 Classic proves its timeless appeal, blending that nostalgic charm with modern sonic advancements. Whether you love its retro vibe or its engaging sound, the JBL L100 remains a significant and memorable speaker. Next up is a truly special and somewhat rare vintage loudspeaker, the ADS L2030. Released in the late 70s and early 80s, this speaker was a statement of engineering prowess from ADS, or Analog and Digital Systems. It was their flagship floor-standing professional monitor designed with no compromise in the pursuit of sonic accuracy. The L2030 was a substantial three-way closed-box design packed with technology. The specs were ambitious, boasting an incredibly wide frequency response from 22 Hz up to 20 kHz. It was efficient too, able to deliver impressive volume with even modest amplifier power, yet it could handle a massive 1200 watts if needed. Inside, ADS employed two 14-inch stiff-light cone woofers for that deep and tight bass, four of their renowned 2-inch soft dome mid-range drivers for exceptional clarity and detail, and a 1-inch soft dome tweeter for smooth and transparent highs. The sophisticated crossover ensured all these drivers worked in perfect harmony. Based on period reviews and its design as a professional monitor, the L2030 aimed for incredibly accurate sound reproduction. Think exceptional clarity and detail, that deep yet controlled bass from the acoustic suspension design, and a wide range allowing it to handle both delicate passages and powerful crescendos without breaking a sweat. Precise stereo imaging and a flat frequency response were also key goals. Vintage ADS speakers in general have become increasingly popular with collectors. The meticulous build quality, the natural and accurate sound signature with those fantastic soft dome drivers, their clean and functional design often featuring elegant metal grills, and a sense of nostalgia for a golden era of hi-fi contribute to their appeal. The L2030, due to its top-of-the-line status and limited production, it's particularly sought after, representing a true pinnacle of ADS engineering. If you're lucky enough to come across a pair of these rare giants, you're likely in for a treat with their refined and powerful sound. Now let's take a close look at a true legend in the world of loudspeakers, the Altech 604 driver. This coaxial design enjoyed immense success for decades, becoming an industry standard in recording studios and a favorite for high-end home audio. The story of the 604 began in 1944 as a permanent magnet upgrade to an earlier model. What made it so special was its coaxial design, a 15-inch low-frequency driver with a 3-inch voice coil, and right in the center, a high-frequency compression driver with its own voice coil, firing through the woofer and into a horn. This aimed to create a single point source for more coherent and natural sound, and this basic design stayed remarkably consistent for over 50 years. Over its long life, the 604 evolved through several key variants. There was the original setting the standard, followed by the B, C, D, and E versions with various refinements. A significant update came with the 604 8G, which moved to an 8 ohm impedance for better compatibility with modern amps and had an improved high-frequency diaphragm. Later came the 604 8H, introducing the Tangerine phase plug for better high-frequency dispersion. The Altech 604 became a workhorse in recording studios, trusted for its accurate and detailed sound, played a big part in countless legendary albums. Its clarity and dynamic range also made it popular for serious home audio enthusiasts. And even in commercial sound systems, its efficiency and robust build were highly valued. Today, the Altech 604 and its variants are revered by vintage audio collectors. They appreciate its historical significance, its unique and engaging sound with that detailed mid-range and clear high-end, especially in later models, the excellent imaging from the coaxial design, its robust construction, and even the fun of designing custom speaker enclosures around it. Whether you prefer the classic sound of the early Alnico versions or the more refined highs of the later Tangerine models, the Altech 604 remains an iconic piece of audio history. Next, we're diving into the history of the longest continuously produced home audio speaker in the world, the magnificent Cliphorn. Since 1946, this speaker, conceived by audio engineer Paul Klipsch, has been a cornerstone of high-fidelity sound. The secret to the Cliphorn's incredible longevity lies in its revolutionary corner horn design for the low-frequency driver. This ingenious design uses the corner of your room as a natural extension of the horn. By placing the Cliphorn snugly in a corner, the walls amplify and extend the bass response. This corner horn loading provides exceptional bass efficiency, allowing for deep and powerful bass with less power, contributing to the Cliphorn's legendary high sensitivity. It also reduces distortion and enhances dynamic range for a truly impactful low end. But the Cliphorn is more than just bass. It's a fully horn-loaded three-way system with horn-loaded drivers for the mid-range and tweeter as well. This design ensures high efficiency and controlled sound across the entire frequency spectrum. Today's AK6 version uses advanced compression drivers and waveguides for incredible clarity. Remarkably, the Cliphorn has remained in continuous production since its introduction, a true statement to its design. While the core principles have stayed the same, there have been refinements over the years with updated drivers and materials. Even today, these speakers are handcrafted in Hope, Arkansas, using beautiful matched wood veneers. The Cliphorn holds a special place for vintage audio collectors. Its historical significance as an early high-fidelity loudspeaker, its unique and iconic design, its exceptional efficiency, perfect for tube amps, and its powerful dynamic sound all contribute to its revered status. Owning a Cliphorn is owning a piece of audio history that continues to deliver a truly immersive listening experience. It is a living legend that has stood the test of time. Let's explore the enduring success of Tanoi's brilliant dual concentric speaker technology, focusing on their revered vintage models, particularly the iconic gold monitor. First developed in 1947, Tanoi's dual concentric design places the high-frequency tweeter right in the center of the mid-bass driver's voice coil. This creates a single point source for a more coherent and natural soundstage, becoming a hallmark of the Tanoi sound. The late 1960s and 70s marked Tanoi's golden era, and the Monitor Gold series, launched in 1967, truly exemplifies their excellence. Available in 10, 12, and 15-inch versions, the Gold Monitor became a legendary studio standard, shaping the sound of countless recordings and influencing the London sound. Key to the Gold Monitor's success was its exceptional phase coherence, achieved through the coaxial arrangement and a clever magnet design. This resulted in a remarkably balanced and accurate sound with a wide and transparent response. Their high efficiency made them a great match for various amplifiers, including tube amps, and the robust build quality ensured years of reliable service. The success of the dual concentric design extended to their fantastic vintage models too, like the Monitor Red, the later HPD series, the impressive Prestige series, each offering that signature Tanoi sound. Today, vintage Tanoi dual concentric speakers, especially the Monitor Gold series, are highly sought after by collectors and audiophiles. Their iconic status, that unique highly valued sound quality, their increasing rarity and good condition, and their potential as a vintage audio investment all contribute to their desirability. Whether you're after that classic studio sound or simply appreciate exceptional audio engineering, vintage Tanoi dual concentrics remain highly revered and truly iconic speakers. Well, there you have it. Probably some surprises, probably some that were expected. I think the Cliphorn everyone is quite familiar with it. It's been around for such a long time. It's sort of defaults into legendary status right off the bat. You may not have thought the 604 Altech would be in there, but it is also such a legendary speaker. I think what promoted it early on was its status in studios as their studio monitors and things like that. Such a highly regarded speaker and again, legendary status. ADS. I think ADS probably a lot of people are going finally because it's in I'll say audio circles. It's been a highly regarded speaker for very, very many years already, and it has been sort of under the radar, but I think it's no longer under the radar. Prices for ADS speakers have gone up significantly in the last couple of years alone. So I think the cat is out of the bag in a way, and ADS is sort of now a well-known brand. Those of us who were able to get some speakers early on before they became, well-known and the prices increased were very lucky. But today, especially the more sought-after 2030, the 1530, those larger speakers, very rare and priced accordingly as well. Tanoi, you may not have thought Tanoi was going to be in there, but Tanoi, as far as collectability, they've been collectible forever. The Tanoi series, I'll say from the 60s, 70s especially, monitor golds in particular, but if you were able to run across any of the other variants like the reds, for example, they only go up from there. And just about any of them are highly collectible. What I really prefer, instead of just the drivers, but the enclosures. They made some very cool enclosures. I included a picture of one called the Grenada in there that was just, to me, exceptionally cool. And they have a lot of interesting cabinets over the years. The Westminster, of course, is way up at the peak of their status for them, and in the stratosphere as far as price is concerned. But in any case, if you were to run across any of the Tanois, fantastic speaker. They have, if you love jazz and you love singers, and that mid-range is silky smooth. So just a fantastic experience. Well, that's it for this week. I'm sure there are lots of speakers that you guys have thought of and would like to have seen on the list. It was a very, very tough process to narrow it down just to 5. But put a speaker in there you think should have been on the list as well, or that if you were putting it together, you would have included. And add that to the comments and we'll have a little dialogue. So if you don't want to miss the next video, hit subscribe. If you want to get more and talk a little bit more back and forth, think about joining the membership site. It's a way to support the channel, and it's where I spend most of my time. If you'd like to do a little back and forth chatting about any particular subject, that would be the place to do it. Head over to stereoniche.com and you can join at your convenience. Well, as always, that is it for this week. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. We'll see you next time.